All right, everyone, welcome back to another video. This is Dragon's Dogma, the original one. I started getting actually hyped about the Dragon's Dogma 2 coming out here the end of March. And I realized that I had the original Dragon's Dogma in my Steam library. I don't know for how long. This is the first time I played it. So, I'm an extreme new player, but I'm going to tell you right now some tips that I've learned and I keep finding out here about the game. It's actually pretty interesting and it's pretty fun. Yes, the graphics are definitely dated. You know, I've got the entire first game with the DLC, the Dark Arisen DLC, and honestly, it's not that bad. I mean, this is actually a pretty fun RPG, single player. There kind of is an online mode. I'm in an online mode right now, but what I want to talk about is when you first start the game, you're going to be kind of in a prologue that I think helps you get familiar with what's going on in the game, what to expect, kind of get your feet wet, per se, as far as the combat goes and everything else. I mean, it's actually really interesting. But that being said, once you finish the prologue in the game, then it's like the game jumps forward, like into the future or something like that. And like you're born basically. And at that point, you'll be able to actually create your character, go through the character customization, etc., etc. Now, when that happens, this village, town, which is your hometown, is where you're going to end up. And there's going to be, different quests and things, that you can pick up while you are here. And also in this village, this settlement area, this is where you will get your first pawn. Now, the pawn is basically your companion. Think of like old world Dungeons and Dragons, how you put together a party. This is what I've really come to kind of feel like this game is about. I mean, that's more in depth. I'm still figuring everything out, but let me show you really quick. I'm on keyboard and mouse, by the way. So you come here, you have to go to escape, hit map. This is your beginning area right here. Okay, Casardis, this is your hometown area. And in here, there's a lot of different places. Icons are on the map. You scroll over these, you can see what they are. But what will happen here after you have made your main character, customize your character, you're going to show up here. And you will get your first pawn, your first companion here. But it's not going to be your primary companion. That will come, you will get like after you get the first pawn there at your starting area here in Casardis, you'll be prompted to come up here to the encampment. Now, there will be a series of like little quests that you have to do up here. But this is where you will actually get your primary companion, and you will be able to actually literally make and customize them just like you did your character after the prologue when you first start the game. Now, just to kind of show you something else here for reference, these stones right here. This is where the pawns come from. They kind of like come from a different dimension or something like that, a different world. They're not of this actual game world. And I think it's really interesting how that all plays out. But the other thing I want to point out here, too, being a new player, what's kind of confusing is how your inventory, as far as selling and buying things and equipping things, works with you and with all of your various pawns that you have or companions. So I just want to show you this in this quick example. Believe me, there's a lot to a lot going on, but that's why I'm trying to just kind of focus on this first initial part right here. So say you want to sell items, okay? Pay close attention to this. Okay, this is my character right here, up here on the top. Now, these are all the items, all the various items in my inventory right now that I could sell. But your companions will automatically pick up items as well. I was kind of lost on this for a moment. I was like, okay, wait, how do I access all the various things for the companions? You know, like if I want to equip them with gear or do this or do that. Okay, so keyboard and mouse, you want to hit page up. Oh, okay. This is my primary pawn companion. This is the one, or in my example, the one I got to create. So here, I could come through, scroll down everything she has in her inventory that I would be able to sell from her inventory directly. And of course, you can do this through all the other ones. Rook, and then Pandora. Now, as far as I know, you can only have 3 active pawns at any time with you on your adventures. I mean, maybe that number gets bigger somehow, but I know I did see a notice where it said you can only have 3 active pawns, or maybe only 2 active ones over and above your actual primary companion that you actually get to create once you go to the encampment, as I mentioned before. So that being said, okay, so that's the buy button right there. If you want to buy for them, this is how you're going to equip or give them different items to carry or do something this way and that way. But you can also do this from your personal storage. You just have to make sure that you select that companion. Like right off the bat, this is me. But now, if I want to go ahead and sell something that she has right here on my primary companion, make sure their name is listed up here. Like I said, this is me. There's my primary companion. Here's my other companion. And there's my third companion. Also pay attention to your carry weight. Yeah, there's a lot. It's, wow. By the way, I'm playing a Strider class. I started as a mage, and I did not like the way the gameplay felt. So I'm going to hope the Strider class actually feels better. And of course, from what I found, you can change your vocation, which is your class, if you go to the Bitter Black Isle, which if you have the DLC, the Dark Arisen DLC, the access to that is right down here at the port, and the lady shows up on the dock at nighttime, and you can go to that island. But that's a really high-level island. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to do that right now. Wow. Yeah, there's just so much going on. I wish the map had a separate button though. I don't like having to go to the escape and come to the map every time. But what I can tell you, you're going to want to focus at low level. And believe me, from my personal experience, stay between these areas right here and explore everything you can. But I made that early mistake here. I went venturing off clear down here and encountered just massive bandits, and I was nowhere near high enough level or capability to handle those bandits. So I have not even explored up here yet. I've only been kind of going back and forth between these areas here, gathering resources, learning different mechanics, setting things up. That's why I did this video, is kind of help out anyone else that's a new player, because I know that I'm actually really excited for Dragon's Dogma 2. But I've never played the first one, so I want to do my due diligence and get in and experience the first Dragon's Dogma. Even though, yeah, the graphics are dated, but you know what? They're not that bad. So I'm trying to think of anything else that might be really helpful for like brand new players like myself. But right off the top of my head, I can't think of anything except what I already shared with you about how to select between, your inventory when it comes to buying and selling items, equipping items. As long as you make sure that you have yourself or your specific pawn slash companion selected, then you can buy and or sell gear for them, equip it in their inventory, and then you can equip whatever you bought for them, if it's say clothing or weapons, on to that particular companion as well. So hey, other than that, you guys let me know what you think about Dragon's Dogma, and I will see you on the next video. Keep safe. Peace.